Good afternoon. I just finished my last ninja appointment. I'm so glad because I'm gonna rest the rest of the day. My hubby's home. He's playing his ukulele. I'm trying my new, I think they're my newest AirPods, and I'm celebrating, right? I'm celebrating that this RV's this week. Amen. And I encourage you to do the same. It's up to you. But okay, this is Bruce's notes from last night. I also did some intel this morning with a shortest live I've ever done. So you can check that out under the live tab. Please do that. Check that out under the live tab. All these recorded ones that I record and then upload are on the home page. So that's how you know the difference. These are always the summaries. These are the quickest way, and they're always on the home page if you need some quick intel. This is Bruce's big call last night. He said all we can do is pray that this is the last regular call. Amen. Anybody else feel that way? I feel that way. And if what we are hearing is 100% true, it will be. So be it. It should be. Very interesting to hear what Bruce has been given to Intel today, and it would be even better if it aligned with the Intel of others altogether, as one is always a great feeling and also a very strong energy, which of course is related to vibration, and which only the collective of humanity will rise, and perhaps we do. Right? Look, both puppies are with me. Rise to the collective. Which of course is whatever. I just lost my place. I always do when my puppies come up. Which of course is related to vibration, in which only the collective of humanity will rise, and perhaps we do the right needs, and perhaps we do right needs one last to join. Somebody messed that up. One last to join strength, belief, and faith to push this most miraculous and heavenly blessing over the line, and all that glory always goes to the Father in heaven. Amen. Only intelligence. Where are we now? This is truly a pivotal moment. We got information late on the night. I mean, it had been a very quiet until last night. He sat quietly, and Sunday, this information from Treasury pointed to notifications starting this afternoon, but probably more to bondholders than to us. But then other information, my dog is like leaning against me and pushing my laptop. Probably more to bondholders than to us. But then other information said that Wednesday, Thursday funds move overnight tonight into those sellers' accounts, and they get their emails and access. You should have access tomorrow or today. And so that we're still talking about that quick start, and we could start around the same time as those emails go when they get access to those funds. And ours tell us, here's the number to call and make our appointment. So yeah, it's like a quick start. It's close. It might be a 12-hour start for bondholders, but we'll see funds definitely. They go to the accounts. Now, while we're on this topic, what about Canada, Mexico, and other countries? People have asked me, so here's your answer. Not everyone will have redemption centers like here in the U.S. Canada will be similar, but not sure about Mexico, Canada. 1,100. We have 7,000 in the U.S. Canada is using Scotia and HSBC as a lead bank, and I think others will work through those too. But Mexico and Central and South America have Banco Santander, and by the way, they will be doing Zen. So you can use the 1-800 number. If you're registered, you'll get the 800 number. Now you may have to call and find out if you have to add any numbers that go with the 800 number. Now they can direct you to. That's, say, the deal with Calgary or Kamloops. Just give them the city and province, and maybe they'll give you a direct location. Overall, HSBC is a leader in most of the rest of the world, and Europe, HSBC, and also any major bank. This is really going to be a little bit different now. Our screen rates here are for U.S. citizens, but other countries' rates may vary, and Zim will be worth a lot regardless. That's according to Bruce. I'm just reading his summary. This is not necessarily my opinion. Beyond that, we're getting very close, and it's harder to get solid information, but I'll say this, even last Saturday, dinars were exchanged, but only one note, which of course was at an initial rate, not the contract rate, but some people have done this, and even in that case, they only access a small part of it for an emergency situation. In our information, we should start within the next 2 days, notified tomorrow, start on Thursday, now on something else. Remember how we talked about the giving of funds and the certificates that have been traded like bonds and seniors getting the first tranche? This is if they pay you out in tranches, which I'm not a fan of, but you can read these details if you want. I'm just like, it's my money, give it to me now. All of it. That's my perspective. I'm just different, guys. I'm also got a lot more experience than most. So that's what my ninja appointments are for, if you have questions. RV update by Okie Twitter. I know. It's what they say. Make sure all runway lights are on. Ping is an awesome sound. This was classified until 5 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'm releasing this now. One of the big four banks had all day closed meetings with their managers. They have been given instructions on an event with detailed information. Yes, that's what we want to see. IDQ appears to be above $15 and Dong near $1 conservatively, as expressed for over 60 days now. My favorite planes are the 747s. I will always love those planes, for it is a wonderful aircraft. We are positive and optimistic. Do not believe the wild rumors. Continue to stay high vibe, guys. Um, We've been close in the past. Never have we had the encompassed total progression and rates fully loaded. Banks are preparing. We are as close as one can get prior to the post. Rates are higher for the Dong and IQD than originally projected. I know a lot of people have heard over years the Dong is like $2.25. So saying it's $1 is a little confusing, but just rejoice, right? Whatever we get at this point, right? I mean, how many of your friends thought it was a scam all along? So if go to the bank, go to the bank. Um, let's see. Mark C. First of all, we'll talk about Iraq news, then about all the rumors floating around Dinar land. The budget will be submitted to Parliament at the beginning of the legislative term, says PM advisor, and Regional Government Master Barzani and Al Sudani agreed to resolve the budget files and the oil and gas laws. They have been meeting in efforts to finalize all the disagreements. This is fantastic news. Now for even better news. Could there be better news? I don't know. Could there be better news? Um, Government movement to complete the requirements to Iraq's ascension to the World Trade Organization. They have agreed to finish everything that needs to be done. This is a major effort for Iraq right now. What is one of the most important things they need in order to ascend to the WTO? They need a real, actual operational currency. So this is big, guys. I'm just excited. The hydrocarbon law, the HCL, has not been signed yet. They have agreed to the framework, though. The HCL, in a nutshell, splits up the budget for different regions in Iraq, especially the Kurdish region. These funds go for infrastructure, politicians, schools, etc. HCL is the profit sharing of oil revenues for the groups, tribes, regions, and areas. Other news is mostly quiet. Mr. C has not been paid yet. People still moving in and out of position from one area to another. The rumbling, the chatter is still there. We just don't know the timing. As we explained to me, they could go at any moment. Yes, that's why I keep coming to you. The paymasters and groups, political and banking sources feel like these things could move at any moment. They are not waiting for any one specific thing to be completed. Things are completed enough to pull the trigger now, is what I'm being told. Timing-wise, appears to be soon. Member Sheila said on our podcast yesterday that the other countries got tired of waiting on us, so they're GNN and gold-backed, and we're last to go, the United States of America. And some members asking, they wouldn't make everyone sign an NDA if it wasn't super close. Mark, they wouldn't. I agree with your thinking. They would not be signing NDAs if we were not closing in on the finish line. From Dinar Guru, Guru Mountain Goat, finally we hear overtones and direct convictions of some of the real problems with the dinar and the currency policy in Iraq now in place. We all need to settle down and relax. The reinstatement is coming. I certainly hope they pull it off in this January 2023. Now, that is a member from Dinar Guru, so it's secondhand. It's not Mark Z. And PPN said you undervalued the rates, so we will be pleasantly surprised when it comes out. Mark said yes, and I told you guys I was told to underestimate the rates. I did that on purpose. I shared with you the lowest rates I consistently get. I would rather everybody be positively surprised than negatively surprised. That's his response. So that may answer all your questions to me today about the dollar on the Vietnamese dong. And Mark Z said, the IRS is not gone yet, guys. And that's my concern, right? Just saying. This was yesterday. On this day in history, January 20th, 1776, Thomas Paine publishes Common Sense, an explosive call to rebellion. Many people think that the U.S. Revolution would not have occurred without this publication. Everyone should read it. Mark Z, I am going to take the time to read this article. This is probably one of the greatest reads I've ever had. Most of you will appreciate what is written here. Again, that link is in the link that I'll put below where I read my summaries. The enormity of what is coming will shock the world. Stay positive, guys. It's really close. Hope everybody has a blessed day. Obviously, it's their opinion only. And this was the morning today. So I think you're up to date now. I don't want to read to you what he said last night, even though it's in here. They replay a little bit, but I wanted to get this done because sometimes Bruce's update and stuff will be off it in the morning because they keep it only so long, I've noticed. And I didn't know how to copy it because I kind of tired after all my appointments today. Although I enjoy everything I do, but I just get tired. Um, anyways, well, I'm going to read this. Mark said, D did say, as of midday today, that was today, most of the folks are betting on late today, in the beginning of next week. Just some horse betting from folks involved in the process. The Public Transportation Board did not want us to know the date. I'm assuming Public Transportation Board, PPB. Thank you, Father, for blessing me. I think a sneeze is always a blessing. Oh my gosh. Uh, Try to stay off the roller coaster. It will drive you nuts. Yeah, no kidding. Try to stay out of the conspiracy theories too. That will drive you nuts. Just prepare the best you can. Anyways, news is overwhelmingly expectantly positive. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, One thinks it'll happen the 12th and the 17th. Everybody's just very confident that it'll happen. Um, let's see. Margarita. I will read that one since I'm going to have a margarita because that's where I get my extra dose of vitamin C. I know everyone is excited, but right at the end of yesterday's article, they are still coming out with a 20K note. All the article says is it's modifying the structure of the notes. The 20K would do that, I would think. I don't see the word smaller notes, not to mention the article says the singular note. It isn't plural. Wouldn't smaller notes be more than one? It's just a note, guys, from a person named Margarita, right? Caparoni, I can assure you the Iraqi dinar will remain weak until the day comes is where they have begin where they have begun to build a significant diverse economy, as clearly stated in the IMF article for consultation. The staff encourages Iraq to create conditions allowing them to move again. Stay out of the negative news. Stay positive. That's my suggestion because, guys, a double-minded, in the Word of God, it says, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So please stop being double-minded. Just rejoice and celebrate that the time is now. And here is my very healthy bunch of oranges and limes. I did 3 limes today and 2 oranges um, for a very nutritional yet fun celebratory cocktail. God bless. Talk to you later. See you tomorrow on the live. Join me for the live if you have questions. God bless.